how did you get started? So you were in 2016, you just started with things like Upwork and standard funnels like that, right?
Well, actually, the way the business got started was I began a YouTube channel where I was doing these whiteboard animations of book summaries.
Yeah.
And then from there, we built a bit of, or I built a bit of a following on YouTube. And then people kind of just started asking for these videos for themselves or for their companies. So we ended up working with some local clients, and just from there kind of started bringing on different team members who could do stuff better than I could do, such as animation. I'm not the best animator, but I have a team that is very good now. So we've been just I kind of abandoned the YouTube channel for a little bit and just worked on growing the business. And then from there, yeah, just it's kind of grown and just getting new clients all the time and have a good network of clients that we worked with as well. So yeah.
Yeah, and what year did you join what was back then DBH, or what is now Business Vendor Insiders? What year was that, 2016 or 17?
I think that was 2016. So towards the end of 2016, I joined what was then DBH.
Okay. And what funnels did you run then? What did you start doing then, or what were you doing then?
Yeah, so when I joined, it was pretty much just Upwork and referral we were using. And yeah, then over the course of towards the end of 2017, 2018, we started implementing LinkedIn, and then it's grown substantially from there.
Interesting. Yeah, what I found very interesting about your business right now is we were just talking before the interview, and you said that you have quite a large following now on LinkedIn. I think most people don't really use LinkedIn to build a large following. They think YouTube is more suitable for that, and you've done both. So what have you found so far?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of building the YouTube following, it's sort of just every once in a while you'll get someone reaching out and saying, hey, can we get something like this for our business? But LinkedIn is more of like people are there for business. They're there to kind of make connections in a business setting, and they're there to kind of see what you have to offer, and then they want to talk about what you make and ways you can work together. So it's definitely better to work with LinkedIn than it is on YouTube. It's more so just people who are looking for entertainment.
Yeah. So you have to go through a longer cycle before they buy on YouTube, basically, than on LinkedIn, where they're already like in the business kind of mode, and they're probably at work while watching it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of stuff have you done to build up the following on LinkedIn? Because you have what now, 10,000 people or something like that are following your stuff on LinkedIn?
Yeah, about almost 9,000, maybe past 9,000. But yeah, it's just a following, just making connections, and then it kind of expands from there. So just in our specific kind of industry, we are pretty well known. So we have a big following, and yeah, just connecting with people and making building relationships is the main thing that you want to be doing on LinkedIn, is just talking to people, see how you can help them, see what they're interested in, see what their strategies are, and just kind of have a conversation and go from there. And if you can help them, then by all means work together.
So some people on LinkedIn, I've noticed, especially in my industry, they've been messaging people like me, they've been messaging people like my friends, and they're just saying, hey man, do you want to buy this thing? And that's kind of their first message. They're kind of starting to bitch almost from day one. I don't know who the hell this person is. So what would you say is wrong with this approach?
Yeah, I think it's pretty annoying. I get a lot of messages as well on LinkedIn where it's just people are kind of like, you can tell it's just a copy paste message that they send out. So I they're long too. So like no one, like when someone sends me a couple paragraph thing explaining just about them, you know, they only seem to care about what they're up to. They don't seem to like have any interest in helping you. They're literally just fishing for clients. So they just send you these long copy paste messages. And yeah, I mean, it's easy to just sort of ignore those because like, you know, they don't know you exist. They're just kind of going through. They don't take any time to look at you, any time to find out what you're up to, and then see if they can even help you. So I'm getting pitches for just random stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with what I'm involved with. So if you're going to be communicating with people, it's like, first things first is like, that's a person that you're talking to, you know, they're not just some thing that's going to hand you money. It's You know, like you want to know if you can even help them. And if you can't help them, then just, yeah, it's just something that like maybe it's not the right time, but you have to find that out. You can't just try and pitch your services to absolutely everyone because a lot of people may not need it.
Right. And I guess the industry that you're in, which, we call explainer videos, but, it's basically a creative agency focused on online videos. It's getting quite competitive, I guess. Over the past few years, people started thinking it's easy money or something like that. So how do you stay competitive? How do you stay on top of things and charge premium dollar? I think your biggest sale last year was something like $67,000 or something like that, right?
No, it was 50K was the
50K.
sale. So yeah, that was just sort of that was an Upwork lead actually. They reached out to me from Upwork and we talked from there. Yeah, pretty much just continue focusing on how you can get better is what we do. So instead of just kind of trying to churn out videos, like, oh, like let's build I know systems are important, I know processes are important, but I take an approach with every video. We kind of have a nice team. It's like, how can we make the coolest thing possible and build it based on a certain strategy? So it's not like we're just, here's a video, here's a script, here's a copy paste, pretty much template thing. It's like everything is built custom and we want to make something really cool every time we get a new client. So I think it shows because we have a lot of people they see our stuff, they follow up with us. They're like, yo, we want something like that for our company. And they can see that we actually kind of care about what we make. We're making stuff of high quality. We're not just kind of doing template based animations that all look the same. Everything is unique